Happy weekend to everyone. We are basically ready to go. I believe the tournament should be starting any moment now. So for those that are joining us, not part of the Catan community, just randomly here, my name is Iggy. Nice to meet you. I live in Australia. And yeah, what we have on the agenda today is this cash tournament organized by the Catan community on Discord. A $5 entry fee. We just kind of completed the process of registration and payment and all of that sort of stuff. And basically we're going to be playing 3 matches today. So 3 qualifier sort of rounds. And then if we do well enough, fingers crossed, we advance to kind of the quarterfinals and or semifinals tomorrow, basically. Looks like we're the 3rd player to place. The ore looks pretty decent. That 8 is kind of tucked away and hidden behind the desert, but you know, there is an 8 ore on the board, 2 5s. The wheat looks okay. Little T. Lilt is Lil T. Yeah, I feel like I've played with him before, but I don't know. For some reason, the spelling looks or feels a bit different here, but maybe I just don't remember it correctly. So yeah. But hey, puzzles. Okay, so Sebi, going for the 5, 8, 10. Yeah, there's the two brick spots there, the 8 and the 6, and then the 12, which is kind of garbage. So, you know, if you want brick, you kind of want to jump on one of those spots early, or else they're kind of going to be kind of blockaded and useless. But yeah, definitely a good spot there, the 5, 8, 10. The 6, 9, 10 is a pretty good spot, but is that the one that you kind of want to get on? I mean, I don't really mind, depending on how things go here, kind of jumping on the 8 ore with like the 8, 4 or 8, 10 and a 3, 1 port. I mean, that could be kind of useful. Yeah, sheep might actually be a problem this game, so, you know, something like the 6, 9, 10 I think seems very reasonable here for the 2nd player. Jazzy JT, I think if they don't take it, I'm going to take it. I mean, you can always make arguments here for something like, you know, the 4, 5, 3 or the 9, 5, 10 as an example. They should be okay too. But yeah, we'll see how we go. So I might end up foregoing the clay to begin with in this game. But yeah, so we do have my little pencil tool here. So what I'm sort of talking about, I think this spot here is going to be taken. This is a spot worth looking at. This is a spot worth looking at. And what I'm sort of saying is that for my 2nd spot, maybe one of these two is going to be the one that makes sense. So we don't necessarily take ore in our first pick, because I assume that when it comes back to me to pick, so I'm picking 3rd and then I'm going to pick 6th, right? So I assume that one of those spots will be available. So I'll try to kind of jump on, you know, the 9, 6, 10 or 10, 9, 5. Yeah. That's definitely the 2 best. I mean, the thing about the 3, 4, 6 is that I'll probably be able to pair it up with like an 8, 4 or 8, 10. So, you know, at least I'm going to have all 5 resources. The sheep is going to be pretty weak. So if the 6, 9, 10 comes, if the 6, 9, 10 gets taken now, that's where I think the 3, 4, 6 might be decent, because then I'm going to, you know, at least have one of these 2 spots. The 4 wheat's not bad, 8 ore, so for like a 4, 8, 3 for my ore wheat sheep, and then a 4 and a 6 for the brick. That can be okay. I mean, I think that's not terrible. So yeah, we'll see how we go here. Okay, 5, 9, 10. So I think the 6, 9, 10 is pretty strong. I mean, I could run with this idea that I'm just gonna make sure that I have a 3-1. Like having a 3-1 port is never gonna be bad. So, you know, the 3-4-6 isn't terrible. If I go on the 9, I point up. So I'll probably be able to do that. My assumption is that like if I take this, the next player is gonna kind of do something here with the 6 brick. So I'm never gonna get like a brick spot. You know, and is that something that I want to kind of deal with this game? So, yeah, for some reason I'm just much more attracted to this 3-4-6 because I do think I'm gonna at the very least have there's gonna be like one of these combos. I mean, this one isn't going to be too bad either if we can get that. So I think I'm going with a 3-4-6. 3-4-6, point to the 3-1 port. I'll probably be able to get the 6-2. I mean, is somebody really going to jump on the 6-2, right, just to kind of cut me off here? It's not impossible, right? But yeah, I mean, I don't imagine red would do that. I don't imagine they will do that. So yeah, I think the 3-4-6 is pretty safe. And we should be left with one of these or tree spots. So either the 8-4 or the 8-10. And if somehow I can take the 5-6-11, I think that would be my preference. So I'll have the coordinated 6s. I'll have a little bit more sheep. And then, you know, on a good day, right, we get some decent rolling of the 4 kind of going on. We should be able to get this 3-1 port, and you know that should give us chances here in this game. The one attractive part of the 8-4, by the way, is that I should also be able to then get the 3-4 later. So we're going to enhance our tree production. We're going to double up on, you know, the 2-3 kind of sheep spots. I do imagine the 6-9-10 is going to be taken here, and then along with the 6-9-10 is kind of the question for what we're gonna see the next or the 4th player here do is kind of there. Yeah, so the 6-9-10 definitely makes sense. So the blue player is going to forego the brick, I imagine. I mean, it's not completely impossible that orange here goes for the 8-3, but I mean, I do think that that's a bit risky. So, but yeah, with our next pick, we're going to be spending a bit of time on it, I think. Just trying to puzzle out what the 1st and 2nd player are going to do when it gets back to them. So Jazzy, JT, and Seb. So Lil T. Okay, so Lil T goes for the 5-6-11. Yeah, I was hoping I might be able to get that spot, but yeah, it looks like they're going here for a strong or wheat sheep game. I mean, they're going to have the strongest or wheat sheep set up because of this 9 sheep situation. But they won't have brick. So with that in mind, I think the 8-4 is more attractive than the 8-10 just because of the ability to develop here. Like, is somebody going to take the 3-4-11? Let's think about this. The 3-4-11 isn't terrible for red, actually. So there's that. If I take the 3-4-11, I don't think, you know what I mean? Like, if I try to do this in order to get on the or, seems a bit ambitious. I mean, maybe we go in this direction. Like, we're gonna have all 4 resources. So maybe the idea is that I kind of start on the 8-4, point down. I don't start with a 3-1 port, and then I kind of, you know what I'm saying? So I'll kind of illustrate what I'm talking about here. So we take this spot, build up, I mean, I should get this 3-1 port anyway, so actually it doesn't really matter if I build up or not. But the reason to build up is, you know, so that eventually I can double up on the 8 and, you know, maybe even on a good day get that. Don't hate that. Because I think the 3-4-11 gets taken by red here. So the prospect of, you know, trying to kind of sneak onto that. So we're going to only be dealing with, like, bad sheep. Could also try to do this, but I mean, is somebody going to take that? I'm competing with orange to get there. But orange isn't going to have really good brick. So, okay, so I think I'm doing this. With the idea that I should be able to double up on the 8. I should be able to get one of the 3-1 ports. I mean, I don't think anybody is going to go completely insane here and go 6-2. Although, to be fair, like, from red's perspective, you know, they could make this play of taking the 6-2 just to cut me off and take the 9-4-2 here. I don't know. But I'm hoping that I'm going to have space. Hoping I'm going to have space. I imagine the 3-4-11 gets taken. And then the question is what the, you know, what the last person is going to do. I mean, okay, so the 3-6-12 is actually kind of an interesting play here as well for red. So you take the 3-6-12 and you cut off over there. I mean, I technically could have done it, but I don't want to go in a game like this with a 5-5-8 of or. I don't want to go without the or, right? But for somebody who's already on one of the 5 ors, like the 3-6-12 spot, particularly for red, could be very attractive. So I'm hoping they do something like that, because if they do, it really hurts blue here. So, ooh, orange does it. Yeah, nice. So yeah, you see what I'm saying here. So he's going to start with a road in hand. He's here and he's ready to go and just cut off blue over to the port. That's really going to kill blue's game here. And now the question is, you know, the one thing that I'm kind of afraid of is that I get played like that as well. But I mean, that's just too weak. Like red can't afford to do that themselves. So I think they're going to go here. Right, what I'm saying is if somebody takes the 6-2, they do that and they get this spot away from us. I think the 3-4-11, you know, objectively speaking, is kind of the best as far as resources. And then because of that, the 4-9-11, I mean, that's just way too much wheat, though. I guess they're close to the wheat port, but then they have no wood, right? So, yeah, I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. Because here they can maybe get the brick port and they'll double up on the brick and they have a pretty decent game. The one thing I don't like about my game here is that I'm never connecting roads, right? Yeah, 3-4-11. So this does give me quite a lot of space to work with this game, which I do like the idea of, right? We're going to probably be able to get the 9-4-2, double up here. We're going to get a 3-1 port eventually. It's just a matter of like the order of business for us. So my volume here isn't working, which is interesting. Sound isn't coming out. That's okay, there it is. I did hear that. So let's maybe I'll turn the volume up just a little bit here. It could be this one as well. I do have this set pretty low. Okay. Yeah, roll the dice. Yeah, we can't really do anything with our cards here. So yeah, we'll just keep going. Take the 11-12. Hey, Harris. The 11-12. The 11-12 desert. That's a really strong spot for sure. But yeah, for me, I actually like looking at this at the moment. I mean, if I can get the 9-4, that really does a lot for us as far as wheat production goes. So I'm kind of tempted to get this going as quickly as possible. Maybe, like maybe this is more urgent than the than a port. So I think, you know, the top priority for me is probably building up, settling here. Pardon me. Do I want to do this? Not really. Am I extremely eager to double up on the 4? Not really, to be honest. So, like, I want to do that. I want to do this. And I definitely want to do this. This will really give us a lot of wheat. So if we're able to do this and this, our city building situation here becomes, you know, quite attractive. So, yeah, we do get our first brick. Yeah, I mean, I think this wheat production situation is the way to go. I mean, if I can jump on the 942, that's huge. So we'll put the road down in this direction. Yeah, we'll trash all of that sort of stuff and keep going here. Yeah, the 4s are going to be a big role for us. We do want to get that 3 at some point as well. But yeah, blue was able to put a city down early here. However, they were chopped off here, so they've been plowed pretty heavily. I mean, they're just going to have a ton of trees this game. Okay, blocking our 6 here. Interesting. Yeah, I think they're seeing that we have, you know, good prospects this game. So, yeah, that's a little unfortunate. So yeah, what I'm saying is blue is going to have a ton of trees, doesn't have any brick, and doesn't have a lot of space to work with. So, you know, blue is going to have to play a very, very strong or wheat cheap game and dev card deck game to win this one. Yeah. Yeah, 7 would have been really nice. I mean, the thing about so nobody's rolled a sheep. So the question sort of becomes, you know, is orange going to be interested in trading a sheep? I don't think so. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to get a dev card. The question may be, I mean, I just don't think there's a good trade that I can make here, so I'm gonna have to move on. But we'll burn 10 seconds off the clock just to kind of make it seem as though I have something to think about here. But yeah, I don't think there's much we can do at this stage. Okay, so that's pretty good for me. We'll see what blue actually ends up doing here. You know, are they still going for us? I don't know, but at least our brick is going to be freed up. I guess the 4 tree is something to go after. Interesting. Yeah, so we've been robbed twice already in the early game. Yeah, 4 for 1 for ore. Another 2. So the 2 is rolling more than the 3 here. Yeah, wanting sheep is reasonable. Yeah, red did buy a dev card with their 1 sheep, so they're going to be in the Sheep is lacking kind of department. Right, so blue has a lot of trees yet again. We might be able to get a trade with blue at some point. They're going to be very desperate for brick, so, you know, maybe if, like, on a good day, you know, another 6 rolls, kind of at the right time, we can get a brick trade for either a sheep or a tree, depending on what we need at the time. Brick is cursed. Yeah. Definitely not interested in that. Jazzy JT here, killing the clock. Yeah, I do notice that in these kind of tournament scenarios, people do take a little bit more time when it comes to decision making. Okay, so yeah, going 4 for 1 for the brick. Yeah, this is pretty decent for me. Just trying to think of like what the best block is. It could be the 5 ore here. So if I go after blue, I get a tree. I'm not going to get any sheep from red here. So I may as well. So it's either this or this. Yeah, maybe we shut down the ore right now and we just grab a tree off of blue and keep going. I could build a road. I don't think there's any sheep out there, to be honest. An 11 didn't roll. Like the 3 cards that he has was going to be 3 trees, so. Red used his sheep. Orange does not have sheep. Oh, Orange might have a sheep, actually. Would he be interested? I don't think he wants the 1 ore as well, because a couple of 5s have rolled, so. If anything, he wants wheat, so yeah, I think we keep going here. Kind of praying for a 3 to come at some stage. I mean, now they have dev cards though, so yeah, I'm not going to be surprised to get hit here. Yeah. And a 7. Yeah, this is painful now. That's a bit annoying. Dev card and a 7, and we get hit twice, so. Well, an 11 has rolled, so blue does have a sheep now. He did get 2 wheat as well. So, yeah, I mean, he's gonna hit us for the brick. I'm just, he can also go after red if he wanted, so. But yeah, he took our tree, which we robbed from him, and he took our wheat, which is a bit unfortunate. But yeah, 4 sort of gets both of those resources back, and then we still need a 3 to roll at some point. Right, so, I mean, is he going to be willing to do the ore for sheep trade? Probably not. The only reason he might do it is because that sort of gets him very, very close to a second city, because he did get 2 wheat. So I may as well try to make this trade with blue. I'm very doubtful. Yeah. So I think we just keep going. That's a very nice roll for us. So, you know, hopefully we don't get robbed along the way here. But assuming we don't get robbed by red here with a dev card, and orange doesn't roll a 7 and go after us, we should be able to settle on our turn, which would be fantastic. I mean, that's a pretty big settlement for us. No doubt that's going to be pretty strong for us. So red going for another dev card. Yeah. That's right, German. He does have 3 wheat. That's a good point. He did steal one of us. But yeah, what I mean is, you know, he did roll a 10, so he's kind of he's kind of building up with. Although I do think he's going to go hard at dev cards here, to be honest. He is going to go very, very hard at the dev cards. So I think at this stage, if I did roll a 7, yeah, I think I still go after the ore, actually. Because it looks like red and blue are going to be playing the dev card game here. I think blue is going to end up winning it out, though. Blue is going to take army and kind of win that race, so... Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's much for me to think about here. It's a bit unfortunate that my brick is blocked, but... I mean, this settlement is huge for us, so... We will put it down and keep going here. Blue with another 7. So does he go after the 8 ore again here? That's the question. At least he's dumping cards though, so that's the one kind of saving grace of the 7. Like if he takes 1 ore from us, I mean it is what it is, but you know, yeah, it's not that the ore is... Wow, he throws away all of his trees. That's funny. Yeah, so he's going to be looking for a city and dev card kind of situation right now. Okay, blocking the 9 wheat. Taking from orange this time. Yeah, the 9 wheat is a good block, so yeah, he does get another city down. But like I said, the problem for blue is that they're never getting a port this game, basically. And if they do, it's like just this ore port. Like they're never building out, so they're gonna have to 4-for-1 the entire game. But the compensation for them is, okay, I have 2 early cities and I have good ore wheat sheep, right? That's where they're at. So yeah, hopefully the other player. So I mean, if blue goes after us, he goes after us, or they go after us. I don't know if little t is a male or female, but if blue goes after us, that's okay. I'm hoping that at least at this stage, with 2 cities on the board here, orange and red are going to go after blue somewhere. So for red, blocking the 9 sheep makes a lot of sense, because then he has a chance to you know, get the kind of army race and the dev card race kind of to his advantage. Yeah, getting another dev card here, red. So red is basically foregone developing at all this game. Yeah, blue here, getting the sheep. Interesting. Wow, that's so many trees. Orange is trying to get me robbed. Huh. I mean, he got so many trees. Will he trade an ore for a tree with me? I mean, it's worth asking the question, right? Like, I wouldn't mind. So red is going to do it, but I don't know that I want to do it with red. If I do it, I want to do it with blue. And I'm just wondering if they're interested. Blue wants it for a brick. I may as well just let them know. Like, do I do this with red? Do I give red a city? Like, if I give, I don't want to help red get a city here. So I'm not doing this with red. Yeah, blue is not interested. I'm not interested in doing it with red because I think this gives them a city. Although they've been burning dev cards, actually. So maybe I do it with red. Maybe I do this with red. So now the question is, you know, what do we do now? I think, I mean, I could make an argument to try and just kind of double up on the ore as quickly as possible. Or do I want to do this one? Like, I don't know that I want to get into this war with red. Because if I do, I'm you know what I mean? I'm going to feel the pain. If I'm able to double up on the ore, however, you know, that puts us in a position to kind of be the ones getting cities here more quickly than everybody else. I mean, other than blue, obviously. But so I think the 8 ore is the one to go for. Now that we've upgraded our wheat production, if we can upgrade our ore production as well. Ooh, a random 2. I like that. Definitely like that. We are going to need the random sheep here, though. That's the one thing that we need to kind of be mindful of. I mean, I think from Red's perspective, one of the interesting things here is that, like, Red really wants the robber to be on the 9 sheep. If you know what I mean. Like, he wants to blockade blue here and not allow them. Okay, so they do get a city. All right, they had a year of plenty. Interesting. Interesting. So we did give them a city. That's okay. I don't mind that because we're starting to get really, really close to being able to settle on the 8 here, so yeah, that's a pretty big city for red. For sure. But yeah, it's really, really interesting that the you know, the 8s have been very, very weak compared to the 5. So I guess that's in part why red hasn't been able to develop. Like, we've not been getting ore, really. I think that was just the one that we started with this in the start of the game, actually. I don't think we were robbed and rolled an ore at any point, so we've only had that 1 ore. So 3 for 1 for sheep. Going for a dev card. Fair enough. Yeah. What can I give blue here for a sheep? I mean, the only thing he might be interested in is wheat, but I don't know that that's a possibility. He did roll an 11, so we just rolled a 6. So, I mean, maybe he wants to do this kind of thing. Because then he can 4 for 1 and he still has the tree. No. I mean, he probably only does it for brick just to kind of, you know, do a road settle at some point, because he's going to have to get points on the board somewhere. I think we just have to continue. Yeah, more sheep for blue here. This is dangerous, actually, because he might just spam some dev cards right now. Okay, he burns. Yeah, he does a 4-for-1 that way. Which does make sense from blue's perspective. A wheat for 2 sheep. Yeah, I'll definitely do that. Definitely do that. I mean, it lets him settle. Oh, it doesn't let him settle. Interesting. Oh, wow. I mean, does he go after the guy with 2 cities, or does he go after me? That's the question. Wow. I mean, I'm hoping that Orange is sort of realizing that he has to go after these cities here. So if he did get a knight, my hope is... Wait, what? Oh, okay. I mean, you have to go for one of these 2 spots. You have to. Yeah, so Orange was trying to negotiate for a brick, which I understand. I mean, they definitely need a brick. But like, I'm trying to, you know, I don't know if you were able to follow what I basically said there, but like, you know, I'm saying, look, I mean, I have 1 brick, like I can't trade it right now. So if you want to go for a 1-for-6 kind of, you know, try to snipe 1-for-6 and get my brick, go for it. But we need to block these cities here. So you know what I'm saying? Like that, yeah. So I mean, theoretically I could road settle, but I think I'm just... Okay, so the interesting thing here is that now we have a brick that we can maybe leverage for a good trade, right? You know, is there a good trade to be made is the question. What would be a good trade for me right now? Like, what could I try to get out of a brick? Or maybe I wait for somebody else to kind of beg for the brick. So we just settle and move on. I mean, I do think I need to put down this road, though. I mean, I'm going to need a 3-1 port, right? So, you know, so I guess the dilemma that I have here, and maybe I'll draw this up. We have a minute, so we may as well talk about this. I could go here with the idea of settling on this spot and taking away Red's 3-1 port. The problem is if I do this, I'm really making an enemy of Red here. So I think if I do this, I'm kind of doubling up on the brick production, which could be really good for me. And like, I'm not getting into a confrontation here, so Red is, you know, less motivated, I guess, to hit us. German, you'd settle on a 3-1 port. Yeah, I was looking at the road settle here, but I think like with what's going on over here with cities, I need to be very mindful of the fact that I'm going to have to increase my production with a city here very, very like quickly. The only way for me to do that is you know, by doing something like that. So I think I'm going here. I don't want to have that, I want to make sure that I get a 3-1 port without doing any sort of confrontational maneuvering here with red. So we'll keep going. I mean, now our setup is really, really strong as far as city building, right? We've doubled up on the 8. We have the 9 wheat, the 4 wheat. Yeah, blue is able to settle. Yeah, he does go after me. I mean, an 8 finally rolls as well. Wow, that's just... what a block. Jesus. I mean, in a sense, like I understand Red's motivation to go after us. Like I can see, you know, them looking at our setup and having a bit of a fear kind of situation happening here. But with that being said, I mean, their main competition for army is going to be blue. And yeah, I'm not getting any development cards this game, unfortunately. So, okay, does blue go after me or someone else? I don't know. That's kind of good news. I mean, red, I don't think red has another knight, but I could be wrong about this. So they do. Okay, good. We like to see this. So at least we have a bit of breathing room here now, finally. Yeah, I would love to be able to put down a city somehow. So I'm hoping to leverage my brick. You know, are we gonna have? I mean, maybe orange is the one that would be interested in it if I can trade it, but. Yeah, we would love to be able to drop a city this game as quickly as possible, or we're gonna, you know, kind of fall behind here on production. Yeah, which one is the first city? I mean, maybe the 8-4. Something to kind of be mindful of here is the 2 points for longest road, which I'm unironically saying that blue might at some point, if all they need is 2 points, kind of do that little connection and finish it. So at some stage in this game, I'm going to have to take the road and basically hold on to it. So that's something I need to be aware of as well. Okay, there's yeah, kind of a disconnect issue here with colonists. Yeah, wheat. Do I try to do a wheat for sheep trade? I'm kind of giving blue dev cards, and I don't know that I want to do it. So maybe on their turn, they're going to ask, you know what I mean? They're going to want that, wow. Yeah, these 5s have been so strong. The one time the 8 rolled, it was blocked, which is incredible. So, I mean, a bit unfortunate, let's put it that way, to say the least. Yeah, blue is now going to start spamming dev cards, because they're going to have to take the army. Yeah, so he's gonna have to start going after blue. That's what I was saying. Like, he has to make sure that blue isn't doing what he just did, which is, you know, the ability to just grab dev cards like mad here. So obviously blue is going to be forced to play a knight, and then it'll be interesting to see what blue does on their turn. I mean, I'm just hoping for like a miracle sort of 8-8 kind of, you know, 2 8s in a row when it's open. Yeah, I mean, at this stage it's... Orange might have a knight here as well. See what they do. Yeah. Yeah, that's not a bad roll for me. As I said, I would like to eventually be able to take the longest road here. I guess the problem in theory is that, you know, red is also going to be producing a lot of bricks, right? So as far as competing for it... but yeah, if I do get a brick here, I think I just 4 for 1 and grab the settlements. Okay, so that's pretty good. I think, I mean, I think it's either the 9 or the 10. So if I do the 10, so a 4 rolled, a 7 rolled, before that it was a 5, so there's a bit of ore out there. I mean, red would have some ore, blue might have some ore. I think I go for blue here. I do this and I go blue. That's not bad, so we can settle here. I will try to make this trade just in case, like, I can save some wheat, but yeah, I mean, if I do this, I just do this. I mean, this is fine. I'm okay with this. But yeah, we're gonna have 0 cards. We have 5 settlements on the board, so now we're basically... we have our 3-1 port. Now we basically focus on... I think we have to focus on getting the road build situation kind of under control here. And cities. So I think that's kind of our, you know, our project. So finally we get an 8 to roll. Finally. I mean, I would go after the 9 sheep if I was red, but that's kind of on him. So blue did not play a knight there, by the way. So I blocked the 10 wheat, and blue did not move it. So scary stuff. Like that feels like, you know, victory points, monos, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, so I'm just trying to talk red into targeting blue here. I'll just, yeah, fair enough. So we do get a wheat. Yeah, I mean, we're not far off from kind of a city, to be honest. It's just a matter of kind of getting the right things to happen at the right time here. Yeah, 2 bricks is nice. So he does take the road. So he could be a city and a victory point from the dev card deck away from winning here, which would be quite tragic. Well, that does prevent them from getting cards here, so that's not bad. If an 8 rolls, we have a city, so that's something to kind of keep in mind here as well. And yeah, I mean, if we are able to build a city, I think we have to go for the 8-4. You know, that gives us potentially quicker cities, but also like the road building kind of situation gives us sort of prospects there. So I don't know that I'll take a dev card. I can't really afford to delay things. So it's. So red is saying that they'll give us some trees here. So this is what I'm hoping, that somehow I can convince everyone to give me the road, which gives me 2 points. But I mean, I think that eventually, depending on how things work, I might be able to do it myself. So Yeah, I'm not giving orange the road. Like I'm going to have to get the road to be able to win the game, right? So, you know, I see what he's saying, but yeah, I can't afford to let anyone other than me take road here. And if that costs the game, that costs the game. Panics. Yeah, I mean, I think I have to go city here. Do I do a brick for wheat? I mean, if I do a brick for wheat, like orange might want to do it. Let's see what happens. If red does it, I'll do it, but... Yeah, that gives me better tree production, right? That was the point. And maybe another kind of good city later. Okay, so I like that blue just went after, yeah. So this is what I was hoping could kind of happen, right? That somehow now I'm going to be able to get cities. Oh, there we go. So there's the trees, right? So now we have, like, I mean, the 2 is coincidental, but like our tree production is pretty decent. Like now we might be able to kind of spam some cities here relatively quickly. And if we're able to do that, I mean, we're definitely in the mix here now. So, I mean, we have 6 points on the board. We have really good production at this stage. I'm hoping I can take road. And if we're able to do that, we're in the game here now. So, I mean, 1 more wheat would be amazing. Like if I'm able to put another city up on my turn here. So yeah, let's see how we go. One, two, 3 roads. Yeah, it gets us close, but it's, you know, not enough kind of thing. So, hey Ryan, 2nd place with 9 points, got so close. Impressed with your table talk, yeah. I mean, I think I don't know how long you've been watching. I think my table talk here has been pretty good. You know, kind of trying, like if I can, like I'm trying to convince everyone that like I should get road and orange wanted to take it, but I can't let anyone other than myself get the longest road here off of blue. So eventually I'm gonna try to do the wraparound here, and I do have the space to kind of expand. I don't think anybody else is really in contention here if and when I'm able to take it off of off of blue. So. But yeah, suddenly our game has become quite interesting here. So yeah, I mean, I think I build 2 roads straight away. I mean, I could get another city down. I'm just sort of wondering. Wow, this is a hard one. This is really a hard one because I could get another city right now. I think I have to start making progress on road though. I mean, I can't trade this with blue, so yeah. We'll keep going. Yeah, I mean, that's a pretty amazing roll for me. Okay, blue is able to extend by 1. Okay, he's gonna keep going. All right. Yeah. I think blue realizes that he needs to 2, 4, 6. So he's at 7. Did he do it with a road build there, or did he? Okay, so he's burning cards just to get the road right. He's burning his production for roads, which I mean I like to see that as well. Like if I get road, that's that would be amazing. But I think I can win without getting road is kind of the point as well here. Because I mean, it's a big if, but if I get to my turn, if I'm able to put another city down right now, my production suddenly becomes quite strong, and then I have some settlement spots here that I can take. So I might even be able to finish it off with 10 points on the board here. Yeah, that's a good roll as well. It just puts me in danger here of 7ing out. Yeah, definitely not giving my ore away. I'm just hoping that I roll and don't roll a 7. Ah, that's so disgusting. Oh my god, that's just so terrible. So a 6 rolled. What was the one before it? A 7, a 9. So sheep. What was before that? A 6. Like my best chance is to get wheat off of orange here. I mean, I'm not going to negotiate it. I'm just going after orange. This is my only kind of play here. I mean, I have to, darn it, that's so bad. Ah, that was such an unfortunate roll. God, what a sad turn of events. Yeah, I mean, I don't think I'm going to be able to take road now, but blue is burning a lot of resources on this, so... The pain of the dice, right? Like you have 8 cards, a city in hand, and yeah, that was tragic. But I'm not out of it yet, right? Like our production is really, really good, especially now that we have this city, and like so we're gonna be able to plunk cities here. Maybe I take the road in the end somehow, but I mean, the road can no longer be my focus, right? I need blue to kind of focus on, I need to do everything I can to hold on to the road now, and then forego, putting another city down, taking dev cards, all that sort of stuff. But yeah, we have 9 cards again. Yeah, it's just so tragic. God, it's just so tragic. Unbelievable. Very frustrating. Very, very frustrating. So we'll need a 4 or a 9 to be able to put a city down this turn. Yeah, I think at this stage it's pretty safe to say that blue is on 8. I mean, I guess my thinking is, I mean, I don't want to burn the 3 ore to do this, but I could do the cutoff here as well and just prevent them from getting onto a port if I can. So. Yeah, orange is going to fight for army here as well. Yeah, I mean, it's a city. We're going to drop a city. At least we're able to do that. Rough 7s. Yeah. Both of them were. I mean, the first one was a tragedy, to be honest. The first one was just was terrible. Yeah, I think blue is going to be able to yeah, make progress here and get that 3-1 port eventually. But again, my hope here is that you know, I'm going to get the cards to be able to build another city here. And this was my hope. This is why I was sort of saying that settlement on the 8 was so important at the time, because now, you know, my capacity here to kind of upgrade all of my settlements into cities is really, really strong. And then we're going to be producing a ton of cards. I can kind of settle quickly as well, as my hope. So I'm really hoping I'm going to end up plonking 10 points on the board here. I mean, I don't think road is out of the question, but it's just a matter of like the right cards falling at the right time for me to kind of take that. Yeah, that doesn't do anything for me. Yeah, I think we just keep going. Yeah, lots of cards here for blue. He might be able to settle, wouldn't surprise me. Okay, 4 for 1 or taking a dev. Yeah. Yeah, lots of cards here. Technically another city. 3 roads as well, but that's... Okay, now there's actually a chance we can do something quite strong here. Now this is interesting. So hopefully we don't roll a 7 here. So we're at 7. Oh man. Oh my god. Oh my god. So I was thinking about building 2 roads and settling here and taking that spot from blue. Doesn't look like we'll be able to do it now. I mean, I guess if a 4 rolls or something like that, we could still potentially do it, but... City and settle. I mean, I think my priority was, I mean, obviously I need to not roll a 7 and I need to have all those trees. Yeah, GG. Wow. Wow. That was pretty crazy that he was able to get it in the end. But yeah, he had 3 VPs. Yeah, 7. Close. Yeah, I mean, maybe close. I don't know. Yeah, orange. Somehow orange this whole game, like nobody even was worried about him. But I knew I couldn't give him the road here. Like he was like, I want to take road, but that was definitely not happening. But if, I mean, we look at, yeah, income blocked. So he and I were at 3. The other guys were sort of getting blocked more. But the robbery situation, yeah, he only got robbed 3 times. So he obviously wasn't perceived as a big threat here. When he started spamming devs, I knew there was a problem. But he got really lucky, I guess, with his dev pulls to have 3 victory points there.